Don't really know what to expect here, do we?
We got trouble.
Oh! Besides that, that's a harvester.
A harvester?
I saw it.
And those were some enemies that just popped down over there doing some sweet flips and stuff. I'm afraid.
Bandits. Take them out before they get close.
Phantoms is what we have here. And these are, of course, arguably Cerberus's most dangerous enemies. And this is the reason why I was saying bringing Liara, maybe just for dealing with Phantoms, could have been reason enough. Oh, also, I suppose we could have preemptively put on the defense drone for Tali, but why don't we... We don't have a great option for freezing them, because we don't have stasis ourselves. Why don't we combat drone? See if we can stun them at all. And have Garrus shock you a bit. And the hope is... Actually, they're already shieldless, which means we can theoretically singularity them. Although we may... Ooh, we may have them dodge. That is a Phantom that has flanked us very quickly, which is very concerning. There's also, I believe, a Nemesis up there that is trying to shoot at us. I think Garrus might have killed this Phantom that we tried to singularity, perhaps even before we actually singularity'd it. That's a little bit odd, but thanks, Garrus. Where is this Phantom? She's moving on us. Okay. So remember, Phantoms, you absolutely want to keep them far away from you. Energy drain her? No, not really. There is still a sniper up there somewhere, though we're definitely not getting her from this range. And Tali's drone may still be able to hit the Phantom. Okay. Garrus apparently now has line of sight on her, I think. You know, just have our friends take care of that Phantom from there. Casually kick Tali out of the cover. Let's move up here and just... Ooh, like, there, though. Sure, on the cover. And that is where the sniper is. There, we see her. Okay. Problem is, she has just an amazing sniping position right now. This might be a time for Garrus to counter-sniper. Oh, she's going for Tali. Actually surprised she was close enough for us to get her within our reticle there. Okay, so can we shock you a little bit? And, like, can we even get a combat drone up there? Not really. Gonna take a whole lot of time for it to get there. Okay, I'm gonna wait for her to shoot. Is Tali trying to shoot with her shotgun there? Okay, Garrus, if you could, like, go for her with your sniper. Here's what extent. We've not seen him use the javelin all that often, but if you could, like, can you shoot her?
You got it.
Something's damaging her. I'm honestly not really sure what... Is Tali actually landing those hits with the Wraith? Is that what's doing it? I think it is. Tali. Garrus is just posing. Garrus is just the eye candy right now. And meanwhile, Tali's doing all the hard work sniping with the Wraith, apparently. Except it did start to get shields back, so not entirely successful. How do we... Oh, well.
Looks like they were evacuating.
Tali.
Looks like the Reapers were chasing them out.
About time they started killing each other.
Tali putting the team on her back, but yes, it seems as though, for perhaps the first time we've ever seen, Reapers and Cerberus fighting each other. More ammo. We don't really need it ourselves, but... Oh. Some parts to salvage, though. To give us a little bit of money. So that's good. Okay. Hello. Imagine trying to do this while the Phantoms are chasing after you. I'm sure it wouldn't end well. Explore Sanctuary. Okay.
New arrivals are encouraged to aid those having trouble with registration.
What happened here?
I don't know. Come on.
Cerberus on the move. Came from that tower.
Then that's where we're headed.
Staff for inspection.
Okay, I mean, that looked like a lot of shuttles.
Inside the compound.
We have a Garrismancer here. Clear representation. The Garrus, Tally, Rome, excuse me. Tally is Our Lady. Thank you very much.
Off-world technology is not permitted within Sanctuary.
Oh. It's deserted.
Right away. Got it.
For faster registration, please follow the instructions.
There are some things that we can check out here, though. Let's actually go in, I guess.
All security
Shattered glass? I mean,
to protect
certainly saw some signs of fighting.
I figure in another week I can finish off the remaining hours on my contract and move from staff housing into Sanctuary itself. I feel a little guilty that I'm getting an upgrade from standard accommodations, but that's the deal. Do your time at the front desk, get the perks. One more week.
Okay. Nothing too out of the ordinary there. Just an average worker, it seems. From front desk. Civilian processing ratios? Phrasing there is a little bit weird. Adults, 60% sent to integration. Children, 85% sent to, again, integration. Also, word choice, a little bit alarming. Suitable candidates are being assigned to temporary living areas in alphabetical order. Family units are being preserved for ease of processing. Word choice. Word choice.
The number of refugees has doubled in the last 2 weeks. I heard that people are just abandoning shuttles outside the main gate. They just don't have anywhere to go. We'll need to start setting up temporary shelters out there until they can be processed.
Okay.
Welcome to Sanctuary.
Still more. Oh, inventory logs to salvage for some money. Okay.
Safety. Communication devices are
Another log.
Consider report 2139. An illegal communication device nearly made it past pre-screening. Scanner software has been adjusted.
new arrivals.
There's no way it could penetrate the central scrambler, but we can't chance a signal leaving the planet. Report filed.
That's a little odd.
All arrivals are
Some kind of signal scramblers here to prevent people from communicating with other planets? Why would you need that, right?
inside the compound.
Why would you need that? Gar- I love how Garrus is just chilling here. He looks like he's a statue. Looks like he's just built right in. Striking a pose. Tally as well to a certain extent. Not as centrally located, centrally positioned. Like this just looks like iconic. You know, this is going on his Instagram right here.
Please follow the instructions of Sanctuary staff.
Vids, Garrus doesn't have an whatever he has.
All security procedures are in place.
Yeah,
You and your loved ones.
processing. The problem is that there are multiple meanings to the word processing. If we're thinking, oh, it's just a normal facility. They're just accepting in people, perhaps. But given what we know about Reapers, processing might have another meaning
Security
as well.
cam footage. The place where they sorted out refugees. That's a lot of people.
Come on, let's keep looking.
Okay, but no signs of those people. It just looks completely abandoned.
Devices are allowed within Sanctuary.
Also, for what it's worth, this is also Mass Effect 3 multiplayer music.
This must be another landing area.
Those ships we saw outside must have been waiting to get in.
But where are all the people they brought?
For your safety, communication devices are strictly forbidden.
Okay, looks like crashed shuttles here.
New arrivals are encouraged to aid those having trouble with registration.
Got a
Log?
fragment of something here.
I can't call right now, but I'll send this as soon as I can. My little girl got sick, that's why I left. I love you, but I have to take care of her. The clinics were closing their doors to refugees. I couldn't borrow credits from you. I don't know where I learned about Sanctuary. Around, I guess. Seemed perfect. Somewhere to hide, you know? Just till she got better. I can see the place out the window. It's huge.
Yeah, exactly. It's the, well, so you take the innocent definition or the not so innocent definition of the word processing, and disgusted by how cool
Got
Garrus
another
is.
one. We land in a few minutes. You should see this place, Daddy. It's amazing. Look, I'll record a bunch of stuff and send it to you. They warned us about no comms until we're through processing. What'd I tell you? Top-notch security. Can't wait till you get here.
Yeah, well, that didn't end so well, it doesn't seem. And of course, we heard previously about apparently signals are getting scrambled here, so they say you can't communicate until you're through security, and then even then, it sounds like whatever you're trying to communicate is going to get scrambled. So, do people know that that's the case, or is that a secret? Communication devices will not function within Sanctuary. Thank you very much. That answers our question.
Got some bodies, Shepard.
Casualties, both sides.
I'm afraid so. Looks like a Ravager and some Cerberus troopers as well.
More Cerberus!
Oh, and friends. And some friends. And you are right on top of us. Hello, good friend. Ooh, that was a nasty grenade you just chucked. Thanks, Garrus. I did not know where that guy was. He is dead now.
On the double!
Did you just dodge that? Thought there was one more? No?
An observation deck. Looks like a dead end.
We need an exit. Keep looking.
Okay. Well, let's check out. Yep. Definitely a Ravager. Definitely troopers. And we just saw more troopers, so still at least some Cerberus presence here, even if many of them appear to have been taken out. Yeah, it looks like some kind of gruesome showdown here. Multiple Ravagers. Many troopers. Like a locked door, perhaps? Here's gonna strike a pose right here. Pistol scope. Not really something that we've been looking to use, but I'll take it. Okay. That looks like that might be our way through. Just see, like, can we even attempt to go through this thing? Nope, don't think so. Maybe if we punch it down, though. Right, yeah. For the most part, I think we're going to want to have Garrus on the Typhoon outside of the... Oh?
Shepard.
That's Miranda.
Outside of the few situations in which we have long-range encounters, but now that we're inside, that may be few and far between. This equipment we can salvage, but then we also have this console.
This is Miranda Lawson. If you've managed to get this far, you must be desperate or stupid. Listen to me.
Or both.
This is not a refugee camp. This is a Cerberus facility run by my father, Henry Lawson.
What?
Turn back now. There is no help to be found here. All communication is being blocked from the central tower. Sanctuary is a lie. Stay away.
Okay, so we've got Cerberus, Reapers, and Miranda's crazy father. Any ideas how this all fits?
That's a lot of stuff. And of course, we have crossed paths with Amanda previously. It's just that, for the most part, she's been on the run. I'm desperate and stupid. Oh, Miranda. This is very open. Makes me suspicious. The water pump we can activate. Oh. Oh. Hold on. What might have initially looked like a nice pool has a dead guy floating in it. Actually, kind of surprised the Acolyte bounces off water.
A security panel. Shutting it down.
What's going on? That's Cerberus tech, all right, but there's something different about it.
Modifications?
A lot of modifications.
We have a back door into the facility. Let's move.
Okay. Anything else up here before we head down? I mean, ammo. I suppose we did fire a random shot. How are we doing on experience? Are we close to leveling? We actually are kind of close to leveling. That might happen at some point mid-mission.
Some of this is Reaper tech, Shepard. I'm sure of it.
Oh, how'd you get down there, Tally?
Has found a way to create an interface between our technology and the Reapers.
And Miranda's caught in the middle. Let's pick up the pace.
Ooh, that could be big. We know. We saw it dating all the way back to Mars. Cerberus has been pushing the limits, tempting fate quite a bit, experimenting with some kind of Reaper tech on their troopers with their crazy blue, shiny eyes. But to what extent they've tried to do additional things, experimenting with Reaper tech, that remains largely just suspicion. No confirmed evidence. I mean, Reapers tend to have very glowy blue lights on their technology, and I don't know if that is enough of the case here for that to be sounding off the Reaper tech alarms, but this is one right here. It doesn't look like it's totally Reaper-y, but obviously could be wrong. You can get the Acolyte to do anything if you just believe in yourself. This is true. It's quiet. Too quiet.
Cerberus, and using Reaper technology. This is going to be bad, isn't it?
I think you're right. I think you're right, Tally. Thought I saw something up here. Oh, that. Shoulder guards. Okay. That's some. Oh, is this something as well? Yes, it is. A little bit of monies too. That's not bad. Okay. So. Anything else in here? Just the goodies? We have seen a lot of PDAs. And consoles and what have you, but I don't think I've seen any in here.
The command center, by the looks of it, needs power.
Look around for a switch.
Okay. This must be the actual console, but it needs the power. Or this is the console.
Power switch. There.
What is this? Those are the refugees, right?
What are they doing?
They're just rounding them up and killing them.
Worse.
Wait, what?
They're being turned into husks.
Oh, dear. Cerberus has found a way to turn humans into husks. A whole lot of them.
Come on!
At that, Okay. Tower's over there. Something tells me we have a lot of husks awaiting us here.
Why create husks? They're just more troops for the Reapers.
Personal PDA. Confirmed. Unsuitable materials reassigned to recycling. Is that a... How surface level do we interpret that? Yeah, I think that room through there is where we saw the husks previously, unless they're breaking through.
This place was a threat. We need to find out why.
That's true. Why the Reapers choose to attack this place? I mean, if Cerberus has been creating husks, is that for the Reapers? Or is that because they're trying to use husks for their own purposes? Miranda?
Reaper forces have made a mess of the facility. I'm shutting down the power to the processing plant to lock them down. Should keep them out of the entrance as well.
Kailang, Shepard, she doesn't know he's here.
Miranda Lawson has arrived sooner than expected. You want me to deal with her?
Only if she gets in your way. Stay focused on the research data. Find it and get out.
Yes, sir.
Damn it. Let's move.
Okay, that doesn't sound good. Not someone we want to be seeing here, I don't think. Got enough Reapers and other Cerberus problems to deal with here, but we have husks.
Not surprised.
Just casually drop a singularity right in front of the door and watch them all walk into it. It's kind of our specialty. Oh, away it goes, apparently.
Gotta be more where they came from.
Probably. Anything else in here? Tally casually hiding in the corner.
I spent the last week making small adjustments to increase processing efficiency.
Henry Lawson.
There is no shortage of subjects. Indeed, I'm told there's a long line outside the main gate. The deception is an unfortunate necessity. Time is very short.
Oh! So, reading between the lines a little bit, seems as though this whole sanctuary as a place to house refugees is totally just a front and is purely just for this Cerberus facility to collect and process, air quotes, process the humans into husks.
We've confirmed the results of Cerberus experiments involving the husk creatures. A crude but necessary first step in decoding how the Reapers communicate. The key is how the Reaper signal interacts with the nanites implanted within the subject's body. It's early yet, but we are making progress.
Yeah, also guys, I will not take this talk of trying to be part of a Praetorian.
Reaper forces!
Well. There's more here. We have a Marauder, and that was the scream of a Banshee. One that is right there. And this is a nasty spot. Marauder's up there. Ravager right there that is about to have line of sight on us. So tell you what, I think it is probably best to retreat here. At least to a certain extent. Although, the Banshee is already barrierless.
Ragnar, far into the room.
I see him.
Tally was not in cover, even if Garrus was. So I don't think Tally fared too well. This Marauder, we may be able to overload. Oh, It's technically in cover? Oh! That Ravager rounded the corner. Don't know if it technically has the angle on Garrus or not. Ooh, the Swarmers. Look out for the Swarmers. Okay, now it's just this guy who's causing a little bit of trouble. A little bit harder to hit. But, in theory, the biggest threats have been taken care of. Once we get rid of the Swarmer, at least. Excuse me. Now you're shieldless. I'm afraid there are more Marauders where that one came from. It would seem. How dare you? Also, okay, that's a little bit weird. More Marauders dropping down there. Okay, so Tally obviously is also quite good dealing with shields. So, I mean, we could energy drain these guys. You get one of them, or did Garrus just annihilate them? Garrus might have just annihilated them for us. That was odd as well. I did notice that too. That Garrus referred to the Ravagers as Rachni. I mean, obviously they are Rachni that were transformed into Reapers, but Garrus, it's not like it's the first time he's ever seen a Ravager before. He knows that they are a Reaper force, not just an outright Rachni. I was kind of hoping that throw was going to be all we needed there. Apparently it was not. He was not primed at the time. Now this is just disrespectful. This is just disrespectful at this point.
On the double.
Okay. Think we're cool here. With regard to other things people are talking about, I'm gonna not talk too much about that just now to avoid spoilers, but I will say that I'm fairly certain we have done everything that there is to do in preparation for this mission. I may have forgotten all the things that you need to do, but I'm pretty sure that I still did them anyway, absent-mindedly. Oh, hey! What's up, Banshee, that's just apparently chilling through that glass? Albeit we have perhaps heard some somewhat alarming warning signs. So, you know, keep us on our toes here. What's up? How's it going? Good to see you too. How's your day? I know, work is tough. It's always, you know, there are always the highs and the lows. You're right, but you just gotta power through a little bit and it'll get better. Don't worry about it. Oh, work is Galactic Conquest? Oh. Now technically speaking,
Understood.
Garrus does have enough armor piercing. I believe you can actually shoot this Banshee if you like to, although you don't really need to. Actually, Typhoon and Javelin would both have enough. Can we direct him to shoot at that? We have a tiny bit of armor piercing, I think, on the Hurricane. There are mods. I'm not sure if this is actually doing anything. You know, it's maybe first check out these logs and the medkit.
Pursuit of efficiency has revealed an important fact. The Reaper's use of dragon's teeth to create husks is ingenious. The Reaper nanites attach themselves to the adrenaline released and quickly move through the body to speed conversion to the final husk state.
It's hard to imagine what this place was like in full operation.
So yes, they've been researching how to transform people into husks. Also, yes, that is true. Although this Banshee is currently harmlessly stationed behind this glass wall, otherwise known as a window, she is actually throwing warps at us. You can hear the sound effect right there whenever she does that arm wave, but the warps are invisible, off-host confirmed. Okay.
Dr. Newry's legacy work with subject Paul Grayson provided a key element to our work here. Using the addictive drug red sand to break down the will was inspired, but proved unreliable for general application. We've proven that adrenaline and its cross-species equivalents is most effective and efficient.
Okay, and I believe that name drop there is not a random name drop. I think it's actually from Mass Effect comics. I personally have not read them, but I am a little bit intrigued about it, and so in theory there might be a little more detail, a little more context there if you have read those Mass Effect comics. I don't think there's anything else here for us to do other than just read those logs, and also we did. Yes, we did kind of just blow through much of our ammo on the Hurricane by attempting to shoot that Banshee through the glass, but that's okay, we'll be fine. Okay, also it's been a little while since we last saved, so why don't we do that? And opening that door has leveled us up. Awesome. Awesome. That's where Kai Lang eats cereal is in the comics. I think he does technically make his first appearance in the comics. Okay, so we now are at the point where the only thing we can upgrade on Shepard is pull, and we've said numerous times we don't really care much about pull, because it's mostly just there at rank 1 to remove Guardian shields, but at this point, at least we're increasing the duration to the point where it's maybe potentially moderately helpful as more of a crowd control option. Can't afford the next level, though. We need one more level on Shepard to do that. We're close, but still probably only going to end up using pull in that niche situation. Then Tali does have enough to either go Sabotage or Quarian Machinist. I think we might go with her passive here, though. Either weapons damage or tech damage, and I mean, yes, she does have the Wraith, which is a strong weapon, sure, but whenever we're bringing Tali, it's not really for the weapons damage, it's mostly for her tech skills, so I think the tech damage and duration is definitely the direction we're going to want to go with this. And then, let's see, with Garrus, we can either upgrade Concussive Shot or Proxy Mine, and so that means for Proxy Mine it would be damage taken, increased damage dealt to targets from all sources by 20% for 8 seconds. So for what it's worth, technically speaking, we have not fully unlocked Garrus's full damage potential because he has not had access to Proxy Mine debuffs just yet, whereas if we had, we could throw this out at the beginning of an encounter, weaken enemies, and then have Garrus shoot them, and he's dealing 20% more damage, which is crazy because he's already dealing so much damage. Yeah, I've done a little bit of brushing up on the comics just to get a general sense as to what they're about here and there when I've seen like names pop up that I don't recognize, but I certainly have not read them directly and still know very little about them, generally speaking on the whole. So yeah, we can either increase the damage taken or we can slow enemies that get hit by the Proxy Mine. Probably looking for the damage taken, but alternatively we can go Concussive Shot. Not really, I think what we're trying to focus on with Garrus here, you know, gives us a little bit of crowd control, which is something that he is otherwise somewhat lacking, but for the most part, when it comes to Garrus, it is just all about the damage. Okay, so now everyone is all set here.
Figure out how Reaper indoctrination.
Oh. Sounded like the Banshee shooting the invisible warps, except it sounded closer to the point where I actually thought the Banshee was right behind us. Made me a little worried for a second there. Okay, process update. Rejected subjects have proven useful for preliminary genetic testing. Death rates are 100%, of course, but the data being gathered is critical to improving subsequent testing on viable subjects. Note, only approved personnel with Alpha 3 and above level security clearance are allowed access to the genetic waste testing area. Be aware that security breaches of any kind will result in an immediate contract termination, and probably contact termination as well. Okay. Some testing on people as well, genetic testing that pretty much guarantees they're gonna die. So, you know, Cerberus doing Cerberus things. Yeah. Of course. I mean, what else would the death rate be but 100%, right?
Terminal's damaged. Hang on.
Reapers wanted this place shut down. Maybe we'll find out why.
It doesn't make sense. Thought Cerberus and the Reapers were getting along. What changed?
You got it, Shepard.
Heading to the tower to disable the communications scrambler. I have to get word out. Some refugees are turned into husks. Some are indoctrinated and shipped to the elusive man. Whoever's left is used in experiments. The data indicates that my father is trying to figure out how Reaper indoctrination works.
Tricking refugees with food and shelter only to turn them into test subjects. And for what?
Draw them in and throw them in a meat grinder.
She said that shipments were sent to the elusive man. Maybe we can use that to find him.
Good catch.
Maybe.
Come on. Miranda said she was headed to the tower.
And that's maybe a part that we haven't heard as explicitly. Obviously, we've seen people getting converted into husks, but the more general experimentation on the indoctrination process and then shipping indoctrinated people to the elusive man, that's odd when you think about it. All these credits would be perfect for picking up the Crease. I mean, we can afford it. It's just one of those sort of gimmicky weapons that, as I was saying, we could buy, but it's not a pressing need as much as just a fun thing to mess around with if you find yourself going on a mission that doesn't have terribly high stakes or doesn't feel terribly difficult. Is a console we can interact with? Doesn't look like it. Oh. Oh. Well, there's enemies. I see them on the mini-map. I do not see them in front of us yet, however. So, well... Hold on. Is that a Reaper barrier generator? Right above our heads? Okay. Why don't we destroy that real quick? Sure. Got any more of those friends hanging out here? Oh, there's another one, yep. If we can hit it, that is. Oh, it might be curving up to hit one that I'm not even able to see right now.
Tight quarters. Check your fire.
Right, Shepard, totally. I think we're hitting something. Oh no, that might still be hitting this. Okay, yeah. I didn't realize this whole thing was still part of the Reaper generator. Hurricane is not great at taking these out. Not when we shoot it that slowly, at least. Oh, okay, yeah, I have found them. I have found the enemies. Cannibals, at least, of the enemies we can see thus far. At the moment, with just health, not too bad to take them out with our classic Warp plus Singularity combo. If, however, they are to get barriers, then that does start to complicate things. If there are any other barrier generators. There's definitely more enemies back there, though. I see Marauder starting to go through. You're not dead? Question mark? Yep. See that as barriers, so must be additional barrier generators in here somewhere. Several of them have barriers. So, see one for a second? No, that's just another cannibal that happens to have barriers. Okay, so let's get the combat drone out there. Might as well overload. And then Singularity should work. And then we go boom. You are not shieldless. I would also like to be on the Acolyte right now. Preferably. You are moving in aggressively. Except you are now shieldless. Which does change the equation. Considerably at that. Now they're moving in right on top of us here. Also Marauder. Oh, well, you're dead. Oh, you're just chilling there. Also, it was a little alarming how abruptly the music ended for a second there when it's not like we finished combat. Very much still an enemy here. Yeah, I think that was the last of them, though. Okay, I was just looking around to see if there are any other logs or anything up here, and then suddenly we were in combat. But I suppose now we can look around a bit. Now that it appears all of them are dead. Now, oh. Yikes. Yikes. That is dead, don't worry.